People often ask me who Nathaniel Dett was, and I'm so glad when they do that, because I wanted to honor Canadian history, black history, and music history all at once in the naming. He was born here in Ontario in Drummondville, which was a small underground railroad community that is now part of Niagara Falls. And he graduated from high school in Ontario in 1901 and did his post-secondary education in the United States, and made a huge contribution to music in general and black music in particular in the early part of the 20th century. I founded the chorale in 1998. At the time, I did it because there seemed to be a void in the musical landscape in Canada. Part of our mandate is to build bridges of understanding, appreciation, and acceptance through the medium of music, among all peoples in general, and among people of African heritage in particular, just to make each other proud of our accomplishments and of our music. We're beginning, I guess, after 10 years, to understand some of the importance that we bring to both our home community here in Toronto, as well as the larger Canadian community, the larger North American community. We had the great pleasure and the honor of representing Canada at the inauguration of the 44th President of the United States of America. When we got the invitation, we thought, okay, we're really flattered. We found out how much the Canadian Embassy was able to offer us, and we thought, this is good, and it's going to take a lot more than that. We reached out to some of our partners here in Toronto, and delighted and proud to say that TD gave us $25,000 towards the trip, and the Canada Council for the Arts kicked in another $10,000, and we were able to do this. And it made all the difference, because it brought attention to the fact that Canadians felt that they were going to be represented in Washington. The energy in the city of Washington over that weekend was unbelievable. For us to be the only Canadian ensemble on the Smithsonian Institution's 3-day festival, a multicultural festival of music, dance, and story, suits what we're about perfectly. We were able to do an act of service in an inner city community in uptown DC called Columbia Heights, and to serve our country at the Canadian Embassy, performing several times throughout the day, and then finally performing for President Obama as he drove by, flanked by the Mounties. I mean, it was a thing of story, honestly. It was quite fun. I think all music is important. Music is a wonderful way in which we can tell our stories to each other, a wonderful way to build community, a wonderful way to nourish, inspire, invigorate people. And music that comes out of the African heritage traditions is so rich and so vibrant. I mean, there's so many different styles. There are so many stories to be told.
Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. The battle, Jericho. The battle, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. And the walls come tumbling down. The battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. The battle, Jericho. The battle, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. And the walls come tumbling down. The battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Talk about your kings of Gideon. You can talk about your men of Saul. Fight down like good old Joshua at the battle of Jericho. That morning, Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. The battle, Jericho. The battle, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. And the walls come tumbling down. The battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Right up to the walls of Jericho. He marched with spear in hand. Lord, I'm on the ram, Joshua cried. 'Cause the battle lamb in my hand. Then the lamb ram she pulled begins to blow, and the trumpet begins to sound. Joshua commands He fought the battle of Jericho. He fought the battle of Jericho. Tumbling down. Oh Lord, you know the Joshua battle. He fought the battle. He fought the battle.